Hello, folks, and thanks for joining me on the live on replay. If you're joining me on the replay, to remember to press the actually just say hey, let me know where you're connecting from. So slightly distracted. I am recording from Athens, Greece, and I just wanted to share with you just really quickly the experience of working and traveling. So far I have been working from, in the past 6 months or so, I've been working from just spontaneously. I've been to Canada, Lisbon, now in Athens, and it's just coincidental. And from that, I'm just taking the lessons learned, especially if you are working on the go. And for most of us, that's basically known as being a digital nomad, and the type of things to look out for. Is it something that's achievable? Yes, it can be achievable. It just depends on what your motives and your intentions are. And okay, so before I even go on, my name is Chiko Matenda, and I'm a lifestyle business coach as well as a digital marketing strategist. And how I got into this, you will get to learn a little bit more by going through my videos, should you wish to do. If you're curious, that might also give you insight into how to structure your way around in terms of traveling as well. And what I mainly talk about on this platform, YouTube, is mainly about lifestyle, business matters, social media marketing, and anything that's related to digital marketing. So, what I'm sharing with you today is just a bit about my insight about traveling and how to manage that, especially when you are in holiday mode as well. What can happen? Okay, so my challenge this time around has been that I have been partially in holiday mode and not able to get out of that because I think it's also like change of climate, and I've wanted to relax. So what it got me thinking about what may help you, and also I'm thinking for myself as well. Although I have been doing like specific tasks, that if you're not as organized, what could potentially benefit you as key number one. I'm losing my words here. So number one is about having a planner. Okay, carry with you like a planner, a schedule prior to leaving of what you're going to be doing every single day. This is not necessarily about sightseeing or anything like that, but it's more about your marketing goals or your business goals, so that at least you are feeling as though you're achieving specific tasks. So this is already if you have established something. You are going to travel, keeping in mind that you're going to be working whilst you're traveling. Now, if you're starting up, that's another matter. You actually need to have something on the go so that you can at least have income as well to maintain you, even if it's not immediate, but something that will still be helping you to create that income whilst you're away. So, although I didn't have the schedule or the planner, I've also had moments where I've taken time out to actually focus on recording, on editing videos, creating content, as well as keeping up like with my email marketing and scheduling as well. That's still very important, aside from being like in holiday mode and being lost into everything. Okay, so that's what it's given me insight to, is that it helps you to have like a schedule, a planner ahead of time, being disciplined. As I'm looking at my notes, yes, being disciplined, knowing that although it's going to be, I think what happens is that why it's affordable is that when you go away, you're actually not spending more than you would at home. So you have to also be willing to actually give up the certain luxuries if this is something that's new to you. If you're already in the know-how, for me, all it meant was that I was just transporting myself from where I was in my previous environment to a new environment, which has nicer weather, but nothing has specifically changed. In terms of like spending, I'm not spending as overly as much as I would anyway. The only bonus is that you're spending on an affordable ticket, and when you come, it also depends on the type of accommodation you're looking for. So if it can be manageable, that you can look into like an Airbnb, or if you know people, stay with people as well, or other like digital nomads. And in my case, I'm here I'm staying like with a friend, and I think that's why it's been even like more affordable and more manageable. So those are just the ideas and plans that you can look into. Forgive or excuse the background noise. There's lots of like motorists in this area. Okay, so you have to be able to sacrifice luxurious lifestyle in order to be a digital nomad. It's not as it's painted out to be that when you first start off, it's going to be all glitz and glamour, and that you're going to be in five-star hotels, luxurious accommodation, or working on the beach, which is actually not safe with like your laptop or your gadget. It's better to work off the yes, a laptop lifestyle is achievable, but you're not going to be working on the beach realistically, because even as I sit here, I had to adjust like my laptop to face in the right direction so that it's not reflecting on the sun. And realistically, I couldn't be like on the beach and working. It's just not realistic. So just take the word as it is, but not something that is played out in reality. And I've also come in mind of having things to already do while I'm out here. And then what else? Okay, the other thing that I also picked up as well is also meeting with other digital nomads. So what I did was I looked on Meetup, but unfortunately I didn't find anything suitable. But then there was other things which might be suitable for you, such as somebody who was offering an opportunity to share working space, so that if you are traveling alone like as a solo traveler, it's beneficial to look up on meetup.com and just look at what's going on in the area, because there's usually like other like digital nomads working remotely. So you, even if it's not work, you might just have like when you break away from your work routine, you might just be able to just network with other people. There was other things aside from meetup, like walking tours, or going for like other sightseeing like opportunities, like for dinner as an example. But these are not the things that I needed on this specific trip. Okay, so it probably might help you as well. Then the other thing I came across as well was that you could do, if you're looking to travel specifically like on a budget, an opportunity if you love pets, that is, to pet sit or house sit. So there's people who have like properties around, I'm not sure about the US, but I've seen them in Europe, where you can go and house sit for like weeks on end, for months on end. It just depends on the time that you want to be away. Because also remember that time being away can also be a little bit disorientating. Why it can be disorientating is that you're leaving your creature comforts, you're leaving your usual habits that you're used to, and you're adjusting to a different climate, a different routine. And that's why I highlighted that scheduling is important. Now, this like house sitting or just looking after like pets or just the property itself, some of them it also costs an additional cost. So if you're staying longer, you may have to contribute to to electricity or water, whatever the agreement is. So if you're staying in a temporary accommodation, let's say if you're in London, for instance, and you don't have to stay there because somebody else is taking your place, then that's where it becomes affordable. So you wouldn't necessarily have to worry about the rent itself. The only thing you would be focusing on is like the food shopping and paying some of like the necessities while you are traveling abroad. So that's where it becomes quite cheap and quite reasonable as well, and it's doable. Then the other source of income for other digital nomads is that they go into affiliate or network marketing while they're on the go. So if you don't have anything yet and you haven't established yourself, this is another way. But it's not only just about like posting links. It's also about having a strategic plan. So you either creating content through this avenue, like video recording or writing, written format. So you have a blog site, and that will help. And it's not 100% guarantee that you're going to earn immediate income, but it's something that will also keep you busy. It'll keep you consistent, and it will also give you something to, when you get back home, to follow up on as well. So I hope, aside from me forgetting some some wording, because that happens with me once in a while, that this short live video session has given you some insight. So I'll just summarize that being a digital nomad is doable. It's something that I have been thinking about for like a long time, and I've also been trialing out, just like from going to like different locations. Some of them have been spontaneous, and some of them have been planned. And you can also be like a digital nomad within your country. You don't necessarily need to travel abroad. You can go to different like destinations and work from there. Why it's affordable is that you are using what you already have within your financial resources. You're not adding onto it. So it's the same lifestyle you would have as you would in your ordinary lifestyle. Okay, so if you are somebody who's used to like luxurious like lifestyle, part of it might not work in reality because it might end up costing you more. Okay, and then the other tips I've given you is also looking at what's going on like meetups. TripAdvisor is also usually good. It will give you some insight. That is normally about meeting other people, just like as a relaxation or leisurely opportunities. But if you're looking to remain focused and to earn income like on the go passively, and also while you're away to follow up on something, then it's also looking at digital nomad pods, what other digital nomads are doing in the area that you are going to be working in, so that it can help you to remain focused, and also to gain new ideas from them as well. What's working well for them, it can be helpful. Should you have any questions, I often forget to highlight this. In my description, you will see links. Okay, so there are links. There's marketing tips, there's marketing tools, and there's also information about how to start up in terms of like starting an online business. So if you're in that area where you're looking to gain some ideas, then do look below my content in the description. You will find some useful links with guidance, free guidance, and some of them, if you're already an existing business owner, some of it is about having accessible templates that will help you with your social media marketing, as well as information on how to grow your business and increase your sales. So I'm going to leave it for here for now, and I look forward to connecting with you on another spontaneous live. Bye for now.